Welcome back to Good Germs Off-Road Adventures, and welcome to 2024. I hope you all had a happy Christmas and a very Merry New Year. Today, we're headed out to Husky Monument. Stick around. So there's a few ways to get out to Husky Monument. The easiest way is from the west, and you can go up Highway 395, head north on 395, past Kramer Junction, and take Fremont Peak Road directly from Highway 395. And it'll take you pretty much right to Husky Monument. I think you have about a trail that's about a mile long that you got to take a little bit south from there. That's the easiest way to get there, and as far as off-roading goes, it's the quickest. You can also come from, the east. It's a lot more complicated. It's a lot longer off-road. And it's got a lot of turns, a lot of different trails you have to jump on. And of course, that's the way we're taking right now. So from Copper City Road, which is where we parked, we gotta head west. We're gonna cut through Coyote Gulch. We've been there before. We're going to then run by Opal Mountain. We've been there before too. And then we're gonna, cut across kind of the middle of the Black Mountain Wilderness area. We were there as well. And then from there, we just keep on going west and eventually get over to some wash. Doesn't have a name, some wash, but it leads up north up into Bird Spring, and that's where we're going to go on our way to get to Husky Monument, and then it drops you right onto it. On the way back, though, we're going to take a different route from Husky Monument. We're going to keep going north all the way up to the southern border of the Grass Valley Wilderness area. Bring that trail down by Slocum Camp and Mine, and then cut across one of the lake beds, and eventually work our way southeast back to the trailer. I'm not sure of the miles, but I think that's going to be somewhere around a 70 or so mile ride. We'll check it when we get back. I don't really know how many miles it's going to be. But it should be a pretty good ride. And right now we're just passing through Coyote Gulch. Got a couple of videos out here of increasingly better quality. However, still not great, I think. But that mountain over my right shoulder, that little hill, it has a bunch of, Indian petroglyphs on it, including the one that we used as inspiration for the logo for the channel. Yeah, that's a fact, a true fact. So I may have made a little bit of a googly already, and missed a turn I was supposed to make, but that's okay. Well, you can tell that I've corrected course because we're headed right towards Opal Mountain right there, instead of going that way. So that's good. Okay. We're kind of going through Black Mountain Wilderness area, but we're on a marked trail, so there's a sign right there that says Wilderness. Don't go riding through there. Stay on the marked trail. You can see the brown BLM trail signs. And we have a few miles of, you know, bumpy, rocky terrain. Ah, that was a rock. Don't worry about that. Anyway, if you watch the video where we went to Inscription Canyon, you know, we had Caleb, Annie, and the wife was with us as well. You know, we discovered that shoe is still there. Okay. Anyway, we got back to camp and discovered the back of one of the back tires of Dusty had, ooh, that was a big bump. One of the back tires of Dusty had a gash in the sidewall and was flat, you know. I suspect it happened somewhere on this trail here. But you can see I ride a lot more aggressive than probably she did. So I don't know how she cut it up, but it happens, I guess. Right there we've got the watering trough and well for the stage stop, for the stage that would come down from Panamint Valley, Ballarat area. Coming up on our left, I'll stand up, we can get a look at it, will be the actual little ruins of the house that was built out of rock for the stagecoach stop. And there it is right there. Okay, gotta go. Seen a lot of horse or donkey, you know, doo-doo and hoof marks. I'm wondering if people were riding horses or if there's just wild things. I'm gonna pretend that it's wild things because that sounds better. This is pretty back in here. Yeah, this is neat. There it is. Oh, I've missed it. There's actually some people out here. It's always neat. You know, I'm not even sure where to begin here. I guess let's just walk around and have a look at the monument. You know, this place has grown quite a bit since the last time I saw it. I mean, everything right here in the front and around the outside has been placed since the last time I was here. It's been, I think about almost 4 years since I've been here.
Jim Erickson was a member of the Desert Zebras Motorcycle Club, and on Sundays would meet up with the Ice House Gang, which included none other than Malcolm Smith, at the Riverside Ice House and ride the fire roads up Bee Canyon to Idlewild, have lunch, and ride back. Malcolm considered Jerickson, as he was known, to be a good friend. When Jim died in 1987, the Desert Zebras buried his Husky 390 in his favorite spot. Holes were drilled all over the Husky to prevent people from stealing parts, since at this time the Husky 390 was still a popular bike. It didn't take long before other memorials were added, celebrating the lives of riders and off-roaders that have passed on.
But here it is. This is the Husky 390 that started it all. Let's see if we can find the actual memorial plates. There we go. Jerickson. That's Jim Erickson, 1941 to 1987. Some people get really creative out here with their memorials for their loved ones. It's just amazing. I don't know if there's any way to document all of it, nor do I know if I want to document all of it. I kind of feel like if you want to see all of it, make the trek. That's something you don't see every day. Bull taco. Yes. And this brings me to the reason why I've actually ever come to this place. And that's Nick. I was going to talk about Nick, but I think I'm going to have to do that in voiceover. I don't think I'm able to do that right now, right here.
I met Nick Blanchette in 2007 at a local desert race. My first memory of him was how he started helping to unload the quads from my trailer before I even had a chance to get introduced to him. Nicky made a huge impression on everyone he met. He was funny, loyal, fearless, kind, and a fierce competitor. His funeral was held in Riverside. So many people attended that it was pretty much standing room only. On the 1-year anniversary of his death, club members, friends, and family gathered at Husky Monument to celebrate Nicky and place memorials in his honor.
I wonder if the photographs are still on the back side of this steel plate. So you can see this steel plate here. His family made that for him, and I was here when they placed it in the ground. And then this, I don't even know what you call this thing made out of shocks and bits. You know, that was made by Doug, and also placed it the same day. And then this metal plaque here was placed later. It was not placed on the same day, but it was placed later. There used to be somebody who wrote on it who placed it, and I think I have a photograph of that. I can put it on, we can see who put that in, but yeah, let's go see if the photograph of him is still on the back side of this thing. If not, I've got some photographs that I can place of Nicky on the screen there, but let's see if the photographs are still on the back side. Used to be a lot easier to get to it. Oh yeah, they don't look so good, but they're still there. Here's some new ones that have been added since the last time I've been here. They're kind of a ways off from the rest. And I also saw this robot soldier saluting everybody. It was also not here before, but this is impressive.
I don't know what it is. There's just something powerful about this place. This is the place. When I'm gone, this is where I want to be memorialized. It's here. Husky Monument. Yeah. I try to get out here as often as I can. Some years I can't make it. And others, are able to get out here, pay respects, visit an old friend. It's a bit overdue, but I'm glad I'm out here today. Rest and remember us. Then get on the gas. I think that's what we're going to do. We've rested. I've remembered. I think it's time to pack up and get on the gas.
So like I mentioned when we first started this video, and we were on our way out here to Husky Monument, heading back, we're taking a completely different way. We're not going to go back down through Bird Spring. We're going to head kind of in a northerly direction, kind of that way, and it'll bring us up to the southern border of the Grass Valley Wilderness area. We'll take that, we'll follow the fence line, and then it'll turn back a little bit towards the south, and it'll bring us by Slocum Camp, and there's a mine there which we're not going to go see, and it's a vertical shaft, so it's capped with steel. There's nothing to see anyway, and there's nothing left of the camp. It's just it's just a place. But it'll bring us back by there. It'll bring us back through one of the lake beds that's in Superior Valley, and eventually back down to the car and the trailer. The way the sun is behind me, I can actually see the shadow of the dust on the ground. It's it's kind of neat. It makes it look like the dust is actually trying to catch me, and I'm running away from it. Let's see if I can angle my head down. You can see it. Probably not. So I've ran into some other people out here, some other off-roaders exploring, and ran into them over there at Husky Monument. Brian and I'm so bad with the names. Brad, maybe? Bert? No, it wasn't Bert. We're going to pretend it was Brian and Brad, just because I'm really bad with the names. And guys, if you're watching this, I'm really sorry I butchered your names. Please, if you're watching, put it in the words below, the comments at the bottom, put it down there. Remind me what your names were. That'd be nice of you. Anyway, really, a couple of really nice guys out here enjoying the desert. We got to talking quite a bit about Husky Monument, some other places. We talked about the different routes that people take to get there, they actually came from Cuddyback Lake, which is the Fremont Peak, method that I shared with you earlier. And they saw me come up from Bird Spring, and they were curious where that goes. Anyway, long story slightly shorter, they decided to go that direction. One guy was in a Toyota Tacoma 4-wheel drive. He'll be fine. The other guy, though, was in a Subaru, I don't know if it was a Crosstrek or an Outback. I honestly don't remember. I'll have to look back at some of the camera footage I have from when I pulled up. But anyway, he's in a Subaru. He's got a little bit of lift and off-road suspension on it and some good off-road tires. And they were out for a several-day exploring and camping trip, which is really cool. So I sent them. They decided to go the way I came up, through Bird Spring, down the wash. Roughly on the GPS showed them, the different trails to take to get over towards Black Mountain. They were interested in going and seeing an Inscription Canyon on their way out. And I hope they make it. I'm not worried about that Tacoma. I'm a little worried about the Subaru. Mainly because the hills, the sides of the washes, they're pretty steep, and it's not like you can get a runoff, and there's some pretty good G-outs and ruts at the bottom of those hills going in and out of a wash. So, I'm hoping they make it okay. I'm sure they'll be fine. But guys, if you're watching this later, let me know how you did. Let me know if you enjoyed it. That'd be really cool. Now you can see the fence line. We're right on the southern border of the Grass Valley Wilderness area, so you can't go in there. You can't even walk in there. I don't know what'll happen if you do. Fort Irwin's pretty close by. Maybe the Black Hawk helicopters will come out and get you if you step over that fence. I don't know. Anyway, we're just gonna follow it, that way. Okay. Oh, look at this view here. There's the lake bed we have to cross, and I can actually see a bit of a dust devil right on it. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not, but man, we're actually coming up on Slocum Camp here. We'll ride right by it. We'll probably slow down for that, but we're not stopping. We're just gonna keep on going. This road actually goes across that lake bed. There's actually road markers in the middle of that lake bed because there's 2 or 3 roads that cross it in different directions. Slow down right here, and right there you can see the mine. This is Slocum Camp, and that's the actual mine right there. You can see it's covered up with the steel. Okay, on we go. Don't have time to stop. My collar's flapping. There it is again. yeah, that was fun. You know, there's just something, I don't know, special, therapeutic, I don't know, just something really special about coming out by yourself in the middle of nowhere, just going down a road. I don't know, I just feel like it's good for the mind, good for the soul. You know, everything in the world that you can't control usually gets you down, even though that's what shouldn't get you down. But when you come out here like this, there's almost nothing out of your control here. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. At this point, I just feel like I'm kind of rambling, but I guess what I'm saying is don't be afraid to get out by yourself. Just make sure you do it in a safe way so you don't get lost or get hurt or anything. But don't be afraid to get out by yourself. Have your adventure. Do your exploring. I guess just be. I don't know. I think I'm talking nonsense. I think I've been out here too long. Well, I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you all for coming with me on this special adventure today. If you wouldn't mind, I would really appreciate it if you all would do the subscribe and the like. You know, when you subscribe, if you hit the little bell too, it'll let you know when I do a new video. My schedule is pretty consistent, you know, Thursdays at 5 p.m. on the left coast of the U.S. That would be awesome. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. In the meantime, y'all ride safe, and I'll see you later.